Come on now. You already knew your boy's getting promoted to the big leagues.
If I ride with you, better know that I'm alright for you. Better use a gun and knife for.
What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotics, bringing you our draft analysis for the ICBA, the main league. Yes, we got promoted to the main league. I don't know if Johnny posted the video that was having the, the announcement of all the coaches in it, but there should have been an announcement video with all the coaches, and if not, whatever, I am the coach of the Montreal Milotics, coach in the ICBA. If this is your first time watching me, is what I want to say. I do a lot of draft league stuff, whether it is battles, top 10s, top 5s. I do ton list videos. I do discussions on the ban list, on a ton of great stuff. I love the draft league format. I think it's a great way to play the Pokemon competitive scene. And if you guys do enjoy that kind of stuff, make sure to stick around by hitting the subscribe button and liking the video. That'd be pretty cool. Anyways, let's get into the draft, but I do want to say really quickly, thank you to Sohan, aka the OP Jellicent, for providing me with this beautiful .psd, this Photoshop file for the draft analysis. So thank you, man. I don't know if you got it from someone else, but if you did, I will link their channel in the description below as well. Also, the rest of the coaches in the ICBA will be linked down there too, so make sure to go check them out, subscribe to each one of them, because we will be posting videos every single week, Wi-Fi battles every single week, yeah, you guys should definitely check out all of them, because there are a lot of really great content creators here, and I definitely think that checking them out would be really good of you. Anyways, also before we do get started, I do want to give a huge thank you to my front office for this season. That is going to be Blue, Ashley, DS Gaming, C9 Tails, Scrappy 10 that is, Pedro, and of course Ryan, aka Typhlosion 37. So thank you to you guys, really appreciate it, and thank you to all of you for watching this video, for coming by and checking it out. So without further ado, let's just get started. So the ICBA has a really interesting way of drafting. They always allow some really kind of busted stuff, and this season they allowed Dawn Wings and Necrozma, and I don't know why. Don't ask me, I don't know why. Maybe it's the fact that the commissioner had the first overall pick. Oh my god, is he insinuating something? No, I'm not, it's just lucky, whatever. I don't care. Dawn Wings and Necrozma is like meh to me. It's kind of expensive as well, so I didn't want to take that, but they also allowed like Mega Metagross, Mega Blaziken, you allowed Magearna, Lele, Pheromosa, which actually was our Ultra pick in last season's draft in the ICBA D League. They also allowed both Greninjas, and I definitely knew what I wanted going into the draft. I really knew what Ultra Pokemon I wanted, and it wasn't mandatory, but I did want one because I felt like taking one this season, I definitely felt like getting enough value at the end of the draft to make up for that. So I decided that I would have, I believe I had the 8th pick or something. I decided that I would take something very kind of fun, and that was going to be one of the Greninjas. I didn't know which one was going to fall to me, but whichever one did, I wanted. Pick 6, Protein Greninja, because Protein Greninja is gone, which really sucked because I really want them. That was the one I wanted more. But Battlebond Greninja is still there, and I'm really hoping that no one takes it, and of course, it lands to us. It falls to us. We got Protein Greninja. Not Protein, Battlebond Greninja. Oh my god, I've recorded this like twice now, and both times I said it, we got Protein Greninja when we really got Ash-Greninja. We got Ash-Greninja. This is an amazing Pokemon, guys. It costs us 200 free points, which is not that bad, especially when you're considering how much better Ash-Greninja is compared to regular tier 1s. And just looking at it overall, what it can do, you get access to a ton of great coverage moves, whether it's all your water moves, including your priority water shuriken. You get access to your dark stab, like Night Slash and Dark Pulse. You get access to a U-turn, which is extremely valuable for pretty much any Pokemon. Getting momentum is really nice. You then have moves that are psychic type, like Extrasensory. You have Grass Knot. You get access to Low Kick, Gunk Shot. You get Ice Beam, Ice Punch. You get, a lot of really nice moves. You get Spikes and Toxic Spikes, which is always valuable, and I definitely feel like Greninja can do a lot of work for us. I'm using regular Greninja, Torrent Greninja, in the PPL, and it's giving me a nice bit of a base to use Greninja. And it's kind of funny because I actually drafted Ash-Greninja before I took over the team there, so right then there you guys know that I kind of was lucky that I get this experience with Greninja beforehand. But the worst part about Greninja is that I have to creep in 2 ways. I have to speed creep for the base 122 speed that it has, and the base 132 speed it gets once it gets that Battle Bond going. But Greninja is phenomenal, guys. We all know this. It's banned in most leagues for a reason, just because it's incredibly powerful, and it's got wide coverage moves. It's definitely the best starter Pokemon out of all of them. So yeah, right there, guys, this is Greninja. Let's move on to the next Pokemon we got, and I was super excited. I was super excited because I felt like I could definitely get Mega Lopunny. It was so close to saying to me. It was actually, I believe, 2 picks before me that I got sniped, and it put me on drafting tilt. I really wanted that thing. It was going to fit so well with Ash-Greninja because nothing would have resisted the combination of both of them, like even the Psychic types that are kind of like bulky. Like, best way to handle Mega Lopunny is to hit it with like status and be like a ghost, a bulky ghost and a bulky psychic type. But I actually have Ash-Greninja, which can deal with that pretty perfectly. But anyways, that's beside the point. So what I actually did get was something almost as good as Mega Lopunny, something kind of like budget Mega Lopunny, I guess, and that was actually Mega Gallade. And Mega Gallade is still really, really good at what it does. It's got base 165 attack, which is phenomenal. You get Swords Dance, you get Bulk Up, which are great setup options. You get Priority and Shadow Sneak, you have Drain Punch in close combat, you got Zen Headbutt or Psycho Cut, you have access to your Elemental Punches, you have access to Earthquake as well, I believe. And look, I think Gallade is really, really strong in the format. It's got a lot of great options for what it can do. I'm excited to use it. I definitely think it's going to be a really strong Pokemon overall for us. And yeah, look, it's got great speeds here. It's super, super good. I'm excited to use it. You have no idea. I'm so excited to use this thing. Anyways, let's move on though to our next Pokemon. And the next Pokemon is really, really strong as well. I've used this many times, not many times. I've used it once, but I've used its counterpart many times. And it is in Tier 1, it is also a Psychic-type Pokemon, and if you don't know what I'm getting at, it is Latios. Latios is really nice at what it does, which is it Dragon Dances and kills things, or it just says, here's a Specs or Life Orb Draco Meteor, and it kills things. It defogs, it gets Memento, it gets Tailwind, it gets Spread Toxics and T-Waves. I love the Latios. I think they're really strong at what they can do. I personally don't think I would draft Mega Latios, but a regular Latios, holding the Life Orb hits harder anyways. Look, Latios has so many great options to it. I'm excited to see what it can do. It gets reliable recovery and roost. It's kind of a bulky Pokemon. Like, all the Pokemon I have so far are very, very offensive. So I definitely need to have some bulk, and Latios can bulk some things out. It's got 110 special defense, which is not bad. So yeah, look, I'm excited to use Latios. I'm super, super pumped up for what it can do for us in terms of just hitting things, because you look at what will wall these two Pokemon that I have here. Basically, fighting types were kind of an issue for Greninja, but Gallade and Latios can really, really pressure those things and set up on them and proceed to just blow them back with powerful stab options. And yeah, look, I'm excited for that. But next up though, I want to say dive, I want to say jump, I said dumped. We jumped into Tier 2 for our next Pokemon, and I didn't know if I wanted to take this. It was the best Tier 2 that I saw left because of what it could do in terms of bulk and defense, and I definitely felt like I needed some nice higher tier bulk. And I've never used this one before. I don't like using it on Showdown, but I felt like I was forced into it, and that is taking Ferrothorn. Now, Ferrothorn isn't the greatest thing alive. It's 4 times weak to fire, it's weak to fighting, but that's okay, because Latios and Mega Gallade resist the fighting type, Latios and Ash-Greninja resist the fire type. And I definitely have some things in the back that will be able to help us out with our Ferrothorn problem that we might have. But look, it gets Spikes, it gets Leechy, it gets Stealth Rock, it gets access to Gyro Ball and Earthquake, and I believe it gets Earthquake. If not, it gets Bulldoze. But look, this thing has a ton of great different options of what it can do. It gets Iron Bars, which is nice to have, especially when you're getting chip damage on things repeatedly, which is just super important in the Elite format. You could get 17% done just from Iron Bars, then another 17% from Rocky Helmets, and at that point, something will definitely be in range of something else. So yeah, look, it's important to get chip damage on things just because of certain issues. Yeah, look, Leechy is a great move. It allows me to get some recovery back on everything that switches in after that, and I think Ferrothorn paired up with the rest of our Pokemon could be very effective at what I want it to do. Next up though, with our 5th pick, I decided to jump down all the way down to Tier 5 because this thing should not be in Tier 5. There's no way in hell this thing should be Tier 5, and that is Ditto. Why is Ditto Tier 5? I don't know. In a league with all these busted Pokemon, why would Ditto be in Tier 5? I don't believe it. Anyways, it's there. So I said, screw you guys, I'm going to take this thing Tier 5, and anyone who feels sniped, I'll deal with it. So I took Ditto Tier 5, and I'm super excited for it because Ditto is a true MVP because it'll win speed ties, it'll choice scarf things, so it'll speed things, it'll transform into your opponent, and just in a league where there's a lot of broken stuff allowed, Ditto is probably one of the most valuable Pokemon you can get. It's probably the most valuable lower tier Pokemon you can get if there's a lot of busted stuff in leagues allowed. And if you're anticipating your opponent bringing a lot of setup, Ditto can kind of just stop that, and they basically have to run Substitute, which could lower their chances to bring some coverage options, which means that you can then break it with your priority, like our Mega Gallade's Shadow Sneak or our Greninja's Water Shuriken. So yeah, look, I'm super excited for Ditto. You guys know what it does, so I'm just going to skip past it and move on to the next Pokemon, which also kind of sniped one person, but everyone else kind of got mad that I took it because they're like, this Pokemon sucks, and why did it take it so early? I went to Tier 4, and if you saw a video of mine a couple of weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago, titled the top 10 most valuable Pokemon in the Draft League formats, then you would know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, the link is in the description. And the Pokemon that was my number 1 on my list, it was clearly the number 1, was Tier 4 Silvally, and that is exactly what we have here today. So Tier 4 Silvally allows me to have any type in the game, any single type in the game. Also gives me access to Party Shot and U-Turn. It gets access to T-Wave. You have access to a ton of great physical and special coverage options. You also have access to powerful stab options in your multi-attack move. And I definitely think having 95 stats all around is really, really important. It's just really nice to have. Of course, your type null is going to be bulkier, but it's always normal type. But Silvally just has so many great things. I'm excited to use Silvally. I've used it once before in the past, or maybe twice, and I've found success with it just because of what it can do, its versatility. People don't really expect, like, oh, I expected you to bring like a grass Silvally. Nope, I brought a bug Silvally to handle your fighting type and your ground type. So yeah, look, I'm super excited for what Silvally can do. You actually have no idea how excited I am for this thing. So well, let's just move on though, because this thing is going to get me really excited, because we do have other Pokemon to cover. And people did hate me for taking this because they said this Pokemon sucks. And I said, well, I mean, it's tier 4. I took something that's going to fit well for my team, and the rest of my team is looking kind of busted right now. So this is on you guys. Anyways, moving on though, we do have another Pokemon which is also very, very good at what it can do. And I saw that was in tier 2. I really wanted to pick up a tier 2B because I want to take 2 tier 5A Pokemon with my last 2 free picks, but I couldn't pass it up. And this Pokemon is Blacephalon. Blacephalon is nice. That's pretty much what I'm going to say about it. It's got ridiculous offensive stats. I believe it's like 141 attack and like 153 special attack. If I'm not mistaken, I don't really know. But it's got ridiculously high attack and special attack. It's got a nice speed tier at 107. It's kind of in between the Silvally and the Mega Gallade now, and Latios. And it's got really nice, powerful moves. You got Fire Blast, you got Flamethrower, you got Flame Charge for your physical moves. You got Mind Blown as well, which is powerful as hell. You have access to Shadow Ball, you got access to Knock Off, Explosion, you got access to Psychic and Psy Shock. There's a really, really good amount of stuff this thing gets. Not really the most supporting Pokemon in the world, but it can really, or defensive, but it can really, really pressure an opponent's team. It can start the ball rolling with your Beast Boost right there, and I'm super excited for what we can do with Blacephalon this season. Next up though, at our, I believe it's our 8th pick, we have another wall that I want to take, and this Pokemon pairs really well with Ferrothorn because Ferrothorn is 4 times weak to fire. Gligar, which is our next Pokemon, is 4 times weak to Ice. So this forces our opponents to choose between Hidden Power Ice and Hidden Power Fire in a lot of Pokemon. And if he chooses the wrong one, then we could pretty much just wall our opponent, which is awesome. We do have answers to Gligar's weaknesses. The weaknesses in water, resisted by Latios, and even Ferrothorn as well. And look, Gligar and Ferrothorn cover each other really well. Ferrothorn is weak to fighting. It's kind of got a bit of issues with ground. Gligar covers that. Gligar covers weaknesses in fire as well because it's not resisting. It's not weak to it like Ferrothorn is. I'm super excited to see how Gligar and Ferrothorn pair together. They're both physical walls, not really both the most specialty bulky teams. Ferrothorn doesn't get recovery, which is kind of iffy, but Gligar does, and I'm super excited for what Gligar can do. It gives me another reliable defogger, good roost defensive Pokemon. Gives me good roost. It gives me a roost stalling defensive Pokemon. There we go. It's also a flying type, so we are now good against Mold Breaker Pokemon with Earthquake, which is nice. I wish it got phasing. Unfortunately, it does not, but what can you do there? Next up, though, our next Pokemon that we're going to take is actually in Tier 5A, and again, a Pokemon that I don't think should belong in this tier, and that is Electivire. To me, this is a Tier 4 Pokemon, plain and simple, and I feel like having it will allow us to, well, first of all, it allows us to have a fast electric type, or a decently fast electric type. It gives us an electric immunity with Motor Drive. It also allows us to be, it helps us out against those special walls, or special attacking electric types that really want to just go for Volt Switch over and over and over. Maybe they've got a really strong Ice type, and Gligar can't really switch in too much. Maybe Ferrothorn is pressured by Hidden Power Fires, so I gotta be careful with that. So Electivire can allow me to be a very effective special sponge here, and I can't wait to see how Electivire will perform for us. I've used it in the past before. 123 attack stat, 95 special attack, 95 speed. I believe it's only got like 67 defense, which is like kind of meh, but it's good enough to get the job done because you're not really taking too many hits with this thing. And yeah, I love Electivire. I'm excited to see what it could do. It also gets Vital Spirit, which is kind of nice in the, well, in some ways. I don't know, maybe if they have Spore or Sleep Powder or whatever it is, you gotta be careful with that, Hypnosis. But yeah, I'm excited to see how Electivire will be in our hands. Next up though, we have the Pokemon that I really wanted. Basically, since I got my Blacephalon, I was like, I need to get this thing, and I thought it was going to snipe for me like 3 times. It did not, which is great, and that is Masquerain. Masquerain is super underrated. You got access to Quiver Dance, you get access to moves, you get access to moves like Hydro Pump, you get Air Slash and Giga Drain and Bug Buzz. You get access to a ton of great options to that Quiver Dance set, but you also get Sticky Web, and that is what I really wanted this thing for. It's got decent stats, it's got base 80 speed, it's got base 100 special attack, and it gets access to Intimidate. Yeah, you don't have any bulk other than that, but with Intimidate and Quiver Dance, you can definitely go for the Quiver Dance, take pretty much 1 hit, that's not a rock type hit, and then get that +1, and then just start hitting things hard with your +1 attacks all around. So yeah, I'm excited for Masquerain. I definitely think this thing is very underrated. I think we can definitely pick up some cheeky sweeps with this thing, whether our opponent wants that to happen or not. Next up though, our last pick was a Pokemon that I really didn't want to take, but what I wanted was Vaporeon. I actually picked Vaporeon, but it was actually taken, unfortunately, because it just wasn't clear on the dock to me, so it was just my bad. But I took something kind of on the fly, said, oh, you know what, fine, and I feel like I'm going to drop this, and that is Tentacool. I don't feel confident that I'm going to keep Tentacool all season long. If I do drop it, well, I dropped it. It's a bulky water without recovery. I also don't have a Wish Passer, so right there, it's like, what am I going to do to keep this thing healthy? Nothing. What, rest? I don't know. Anyways, I don't know if this thing's the best fit for my team. I wanted a fairy type, but the only fairies available in tier 3 were Gardevoir and Whimsicott. And honestly, if I was allowed to take a tier 4 here, I would have taken Slurpuff because it is Wish Passer, it gives me Belly Drum, whatever. But Tentacool has its uses. You get Toxic Spikes, you get Rapid Spin, you get Knockoff, you get access to Giga Drain, you get Surf, Poison Jab, you get a ton of great options, physical and special, you got great speed tier at 100, but really it's just there for supporting and supporting my team, and that's pretty much all I can have it there for. So yeah guys, this is our team. We have Latios, Ferrothorn, Gligar, Tentacool, Silvally, Ditto, Mega Gallade, Ash-Greninja, Blacephalon, Electivire, and Masquerain. So just really quickly, I'm going to go over the Z move rule. So the Z move rule is that we basically get 240 points to use for Z moves, and depending on the tier of the Pokemon, that is the cost of Z moves. So I believe the the Ultra tier Pokemon were 140 points for regular Z moves, for normal offensive Z moves, and 160 for status Z moves. So I said, you know what, I really want to have Ash-Greninja have Z moves because I feel like getting the bonus, the quick KO from that over the getting the ball rolling with Beast Boost on Blacephalon is more valuable. So I decided to say, hey, I'm going to take Z Greninja, so that way I can get cheeky KOs, nice, fire off nice powerful Z Hydro Pump, Z Dark Pulse, Z Low Kick, Z Gunk Shot, whatever it is, and I think Greninja has a lot of really good coverage for that as well. The other Pokemon I wanted was, again, I decided between Latios and Blacephalon, and I took Latios because Latios has more coverage. It can really be good offensively. It can take some hits, because if I do run, like, I don't know, let's see, he hits me with a knockoff, it won't do that much damage to me, I can roost it off, I have my Z-Crystal still, and look, I think Latios has a really, really good time using Z-Crystal, so because of that, Latios and Greninja are as users. Now, before I do go, I just want to say really quickly, here are the nicknames, because I don't usually do this at all, but here are the nicknames. So, Battleball Greninja will be named Ashley. We then have Latios, which will be named Sohan's Dragon. We have Blacephalon, which is going to be called Burr Crazy. We then have Ferrothorn, Walrein, Tentacool, I'm Blue, Tails, the Gligar, Pedrolucion, the Silvally, Nacho, the Ditto, Scrappy Doo, the Electivire, DS Raining, after my boy DS Gaming, Masquerain, Raining, haha, and then finally Texas Man, the Mega Gallade, after my boy Texas Man Gaming. So that is our draft, guys. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. Let me know who you think will be the MVP of this season. Give me also a prediction on what you think our record will be. I think that'll be pretty cool. I'm hoping to make playoffs again, and yeah, if we can pick up a championship after that, that'd be really cool. I'm always trying to win every game I play, and hopefully we can definitely do that. Anyways, guys, that is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video as well. That way we make this ocean as big and as blue as possible. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time.